Klint Kubiak to the Las Vegas Raiders. This is exciting. I mean, Klint Kubiak is, in my opinion, the best head coach on the market right now, without a doubt in my mind. When I think of Klint Kubiak, I think of Ben Johnson. All right, that is in my mind what I think about. All right, we saw what Ben Johnson did while he was OC at the Detroit Lions, led a phenomenal offense, went to the Chicago Bears, and led him to the playoffs. One of the best seasons we've seen the Chicago Bears have in a really, really long time. Klint Kubiak is going to come to the Las Vegas Raiders, and he is going to do the same exact thing. All right? I'm excited for it. I hope everybody in Raider Nation is excited for it. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I think, as a Broncos fan, seeing you guys get better, I think is something we all want to see. Like, I think we want that rivalry back. I'd rather it be you guys at the top than the Chiefs, bro. Like, can't stand those guys. But I miss the days when we were younger and they were going back and forth at it. Like, you truly wouldn't know who would win the game. And I think, maybe not this year for sure, but like in the next couple of years, like I could see it coming back to be in that same way. I think, I think there's a lot more to fix on this team, but I think that's a great start. And I think that's the best hire you can make because I can't think of anybody better.
I
You know
mean,
what I
it's
mean?
just, it's so exciting. Yeah, I mean, well, so we just talked about a few weeks ago how exciting it has been to see the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers rivalry come back to life this year. And to your point, I really hope that's what we start to see with the Raiders and the Denver Broncos. But yeah, I mean, for the last, 10 years, 5 years, fact checked me. I think 5 years, right? We've gone through one and done head coaches, and every single hire, it's been like, it has not been our first pick. The Raiders did not get their first choice of head coach for the last 5 years. Maybe with John Gruden. I'm still a huge fan of John Gruden. I think he would have been really good for us. I think we would have had some we would have been in the playoffs a few times had John Gruden been there. Unfortunately, he decided to say the N-word in a few emails, and the NFL got a little too nosy, and now here we are. But
Should still be the coach.
he should still be the coach there. Yeah, I mean, it's the first time we've seen a coaching role really go our way in a long time. It'll still be interesting to see who the Raiders get as a offensive coordinator. But I don't think it's going to matter because Klint Kubiak's going to run that offense, period.
He's calling the plays, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, we see what this guy did with the Seahawks this year. Led the Seahawks to their best regular season record in franchise history. Seattle is ranked 3rd in points, 8th in total yards, tied for 10th in rushing yards, 8th in passing yards, 13th in offensive efficiency, whatever that means. And we're about to see Klint Kubiak get a Super Bowl ring because we all know damn well the Seahawks are about to absolutely run the Patriots shit this Sunday. And he is going to bring that to the Las Vegas Raiders. And that is the first time in a long time the Raiders have seen really a true winning coach, a young winning coach come to the Raiders. I mean, obviously Pete Carroll's had a good history winning, but I think we can all agree that he was a little past his prime with that hire. I think a lot of people were pretty skeptical of that decision. I also think that Geno Smith was so bad that he did make Pete Carroll seem a little worse than he was as a head coach. But the fact is they were a package deal. They both had to go. So
Yeah, I think great coaching hire. I think you're starting to see a lot of teams in this league, like you brought up the Bears is a good example. Starting to bring in these younger guys. And it really overall it's working, right? Like you got Sirianni on the Eagles. I know some people don't like him, but he's winning, so winning cures everything. You got Matt LaFleur winning games.
You got Sean McVay.
You got Sean McVay probably might even be the best one out of all of them, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
that there's a great argument for that.
and you got another example. Denver's trying to keep David Webb around
Mhm,
because I think
mhm.
he's gonna
You've
whether
been
it's in
really
Denver,
high on him.
yeah,
Yeah,
whether it's in
and
Denver
he just got the offensive coordinator
or
job
hmm
today. So
I could very much see him taking over after Sean Payton's gone.
yeah,
Um, he actually, fun fact, read today, he called an entire game offensive play calling last preseason and put up almost 40 points.
really.
Was preseason, so I mean, obviously it's different, but I don't care
Still,
what
you're
game it
calling
is. If
plays in
you're,
the NFL, dude.
yeah, if you're throwing up 40 points in a game, you're doing something right. So I
Doing
mean,
something right.
the Raiders made the best choice possible, in my opinion, and I think if they're going to fix this team, this is the guy to do it. He's young. Not everything's going to be fixed in the next year or two, and that's fine. Like he's going to be around for a while. So I mean,
Mhm.
I think they have a lot of good offensive firepower there. Definitely got overshadowed this year with how bad they played and injuries and stuff like that. I mean, Bowers was out for a little bit. Um, had him on fantasy, so that sucked. But I mean, look, these guys got the first pick in the draft. I think we all knew who they're taking, right? I mean,
Mr. Fernando Mendoza.
yeah, I think.
And I can't tell which one I'm more excited for, to be
Well, I just
honest.
think in general, I think that's why you and I saw this coaching hiring happening, right? You want to pair the young coach with a young quarterback, like Caleb Williams, right?
Mhm.
Young
We
quarterback,
saw
young,
what Ben Johnson was able to do for Caleb Williams.
yep. Or even, I mean, again, Webb with Bo Nix. He works right next to him every single day
Mhm.
still. So I mean,
Mhm.
it's seeing these young coaches with these quarterbacks coming into the league. I mean, you could even say Kevin O'Connell with Minnesota has been pretty solid. I mean, not the best year last year, but he's as a coach, he's been good. But I'm super excited to see what he can do with Mendoza and all the firepower that they have there because I think this might be I'm not going to say playoffs this year for them, but I think this is going to be a bigger turnaround than people think, and it's going to be a little bit faster.
I could see the Raiders win 8. I could see them win 8 games this next year.
I could see it. I think I mean, it depends on free agency and the draft, but I mean, I think, I mean, they have almost $100 million to spend. Go get Mendoza, a couple guys on the line, right? Go spend a little bit on the defense, hire a
Mhm.
good
Mhm.
defensive coordinator. And that's why I'd say hiring a good defensive coordinator for them is probably bigger than the OC, just because Clint's going to be calling the plays.
I totally agree with you.
I don't know
I think
who's out
sorry,
there
what were you
though.
saying?
I don't know who's out there for.
I don't know.
I don't know who he'd bring in, but
Nobody gives a shit about defensive coordinator hires. Everyone just cares about offensive coordinator hires. So,
yeah. But I mean, they should. That's a big deal. So I mean,
yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, I don't care at all from an unbiased football perspective. Like, I don't think the Raiders should worry at all about the defense this offseason. They have to fix that offensive line.
I think they can do more than just. I think they can focus on both with how much draft capital and money they have. Though, if you have $100 million,
Sure. I mean, obviously,
if
they
you look at the
will
line, right,
work. Yeah.
you have two guys that are fine. They'll be starting next year. So you have three holes in your offensive line. You could go get three guys, whether it's two in free agency, one in the draft, and then you go spend a little bit on maybe like another defensive lineman, or I mean, I don't know too much what your
But
defense
I
looks
mean,
like.
the other issue with the Raiders is Trey Tucker is your wide receiver 1 right now.
Yeah. Do you where do you see them making a big move there, or could you
I
see them
I
like AJ
I
Brown
think the Raiders are I think they know they know next year is a rebuild year and probably the year after.
Yeah,
So I'd hope that the Raiders would work from the ground up. They'd start in the trenches, right?
build the
You
lines?
beef up the offensive line, you start to work on the defense. They're going to have to get a star wide receiver in there if they want to be a Super Bowl contender ever.
Yeah, and I mean,
But
to
you
help
got to start in
Mendoza
the
out,
trenches.
right? I mean, you gotta give Mendoza, I mean, he's gonna
And
have
that's
firepower,
the other
right?
thing. You don't want to draft someone who is a generational talent.
And give Trey Tucker his wide receiver one.
No, well that, but you don't want to you don't want to draft that guy and get him killed his first year.
Hmm.
You have to start in the trenches. You have to fix that offensive line. You
Yeah,
draft Mendoza, and then after that, the only thing you think about is that offensive line. And once that is done, then you can worry about the defense. Then you can get yourself your wide receiver one.
yeah. I think with how much money they have to spend and draft picks this year, I think they're going to shock a lot of people. I think they're going to get a lot more good players than people think. I think, there could be some Seattle guys that want to come over there with Klint. I don't know, maybe a little kick returner, your favorite kick returner over there would be a game changer, right? And in my opinion, probably wide receiver one. This is already like, I mean, I probably
The
wouldn't.
only problem with that is Rashid Shaheed and Trey Tucker are very similar wide
Hmm.
receivers.
Yeah. And I think,
They're
I mean,
both they're mostly the go route kind of guy, right? They're the guy that if they're open, they're going to get the deep ball, but they're not going to get anything inside. They're not going to get a lot short.
mhm.
Um, but the Raiders do, they have, I believe Josh Beck, who's supposed to be good. He played a few games this year. Nothing special, but there seems to be some spurts of talent in there, some bright signs in him. Um, they're they'll probably draft a wide receiver this year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Um, whether or not, for the Raiders, I think they got to look Mendoza in the first round, and then you got to go O line, maybe in the next two,
I mean, I think it
even.
depends. Like, what if, for example, Sean Payton's first year in Denver, he spent over, I don't remember how much it was. This is the most I've ever seen on. First thing he did, free agency, was he got three big time offensive linemen. He went into the draft and his line was already set. And it was one of the worst lines in the league before he got there. Like he might go in, you guys might go in free agency with how much money you have, build the line first, go into the draft and build the rest around him in the draft. Like I could definitely see that.
Yeah, obviously, if the Raiders are able to do that,
Yeah.
but we're also talking about now. I obviously believe in Klint Kubiak, but we're also talking about the Raiders, who have traditionally not done the right thing.
Hmm.
And the Broncos do have a much better history of winning. Uh, so we'll see. But I'm super excited for Fernando Mendoza.
Hmm.
I think he is a franchise quarterback. I think he's a generational talent. He's 100% NFL game ready, NFL body, 6'5", 225, right? We're
It's a
starting to
big
get
boy.
into like Justin Herbert type of size
Ooh.
with elite running ability, elite playmaking, decision making, elite RPO awareness. We're talking about a guy that is going to win multiple rings throughout his career.
Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let's pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Because first of all, calling him Justin Herbert may not be the best compliment ever, right? Like, is Mendoza going to be in the league for like 5 or 6 years and not have a playoff win? You know what I mean? What do you think?
That that that's hard because it is the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I mean?
I think
It
it
is
just
still the Raiders.
at the end of
Whether or
the
not Klint
day,
is there,
before he's even
Fernando's there.
drafted, I don't know if I can say he's going to be a multi Super Bowl champion just because there's so much the Raiders have to do to help him out. Like I think it's possible, no doubt. Like we were just talking about this. I think you build the offensive defensive line and go get him another receiver. Like they're going to win some games, and they're all going to be interesting games this year, no matter who they're playing. Like even when you guys lost a ton the last few years, like most of these games you're in them until the end. Like in these
Right?
fourth, I think so. They're somewhat in them. Like if you look at that Bears game I don't remember what the final score was, but I mean, Caleb threw like 2 picks. Like most of these games, you're somewhat in these games. Like both times you
Well, that's
played,
just how Chicago plays football.
that is true. Both times you played the Broncos, right? I mean, we beat you guys 10-7 because we were both playing well.
That was a god awful game to watch.
Yeah, but I
That was
mean,
bad football from both sides.
he's going to be a good quarterback. I hope he does well, right? But I think he's going to be in for a rude awakening. This division is not an easy division to play in, right? I mean, two of the teams made the playoffs this last year. Might have been, I mean, I don't want to say for sure, but it could have been three if Mahomes was healthy. I don't think they make it, but I mean, they're always in it every year. So I mean, it's not going to be easy. That's six games a year, right? You have to play them, all three of those teams, and that's going to be tough. Like I know one of Mendoza's weaknesses is the blitz, right? When he's under pressure, it's not always the most accurate, right? And so, for example, like Denver's defense is pretty good this year, right? Got to give credit where credit's due over here, Raiders fan.
Yeah, yeah. Broncos had an incredible defense this year.
They had a 32% blitz rate this year. So you're telling me, I mean, that's pretty high, right? Would you say that's pretty high?
That's pretty high, and Fernando Mendoza does have a very high pressure to sack rate. Indiana was a very good team, and he had a lot of success, but he does not do well under pressure.
And we had the most sacks in the league by far the last 2 years combined. So I mean, and going up against Mahomes and Herbert and Bo Nix is not going to be it's not going to be easy, dude. But I think there's a chance that they could turn this thing around. And I think if you give him a good line and another good weapon at receiver, I think you're looking at maybe I don't want to pump the brakes a little bit, but he could be a top 10 quarterback in his first couple of years for sure. I think he's going to be
Oh, I
better
think he
than
will be.
like Cam Ward. He's going to have a better rookie season than Cam Ward did, which given
Absolutely.
Cam Ward was placed in a bad situation, so it's not all on him. But um, I mean, if you're a quarterback going into the draft, you would rather go into this Raiders situation than the Tennessee situation last year.
Yeah, well, I mean, I also just think Cam Ward was overrated.
Yeah, I do, but I also
I
think
don't I don't think Cam Ward was as NFL ready as people believed.
yeah, but I
I mean, he
think
played for Miami.
yeah, yeah, and I think
No
I mean
offense, I get they made it to the national championship this year, but Miami fucking sucks, in my opinion.
yeah, but you
I
also
mean,
have
do you
to
think
look.
Carson Beck is going to be an NFL quarterback? No.
He'll get drafted, but he's
They
not going
play
to be
shitty
anything more than a
teams.
backup. Like, I mean, I think that's different too, because I think Cam Ward never really had much help this year.
No.
Shitty coach.
What do you mean, dude? He got to throw to Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, yeah. Point proven.
He had the one and only Tony Pollard in his
Oh,
backfield.
geez, dude. Yeah, so I mean, look, I think it's an exciting time to be a Raiders fan, right? I think you've had a lot of crappy years in the past, and it is what it is. Every team goes through it, right? You could always be a Jets or a Browns fan, so it could be worse.
That
Um,
is true, and I remind myself that every single day.
yeah, I mean,
When times get hard,
you guys have
at least I'm
championships.
not a Jets fan.
At
Shout
least you
out
have.
to all the Jets fans out there.
Even the Bills don't have a championship, and you guys do. So I mean, it is what it is, bro. But I think you guys might just be on the come up.
If all goes well, Klint Kubiak and Fernando Mendoza will win a Super Bowl for the Las Vegas Raiders before Josh Allen ever gets a ring in Buffalo.
Ooh, we'll see, man. We'll see. I think that could be a bit of a hot take. I mean, I do think there is sometimes where Allen doesn't have the best defense, though. This last few years, the defense has been not the best. What?
The Bills are stuck in this like perpetual state
Like
of being
mediocre.
pretty good.
Yeah, they're like mediocre every year. They make the playoffs, win maybe one game, and they lose.
Yeah, and I think the Bills will be stuck in this perpetual state for a very, very long time.
I could see that. Could
I
you
also
ever
see
see?
Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson winning the Super Bowl before the Bills as well.
Yeah, it sucks to grain with that because I love Josh Allen, but who knows,
Sorry,
man?
Josh.
It's any
You
given
have a hot
year,
wife,
right?
though, so
I
it's the
mean,
only ring you need.
oh my. I mean, it's any given year, right? Like, you never know. Like, I truly thought whoever won that Broncos Bills game was going to go to the Super Bowl for the AFC. Like, I truly thought if the Bills beat, and I still actually
We've
think
talked
that. I
about this. The
think,
Patriots got lucky.
yeah, and I think if the Bills beat us, beat Denver, and win, I think they go into New England and win. I truly do think that. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, it's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, right? But I think
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what the Raiders do this offseason. It's going to be very telling with how much money they have to spend. They can't just be throwing that around at whoever. Like, they got to get some younger guys. Like, I don't know if he's going to hit the market, but you could throw some money at Pickens, right? Like, I think that's a big time wide receiver one.
George Pickens on the Raiders would be awesome. Tell me you can't see George Pickens in a Raiders uniform.
There's a lot of uniforms I could see him in. In fact, I think there's a better chance than people think that he leaves Dallas.
I agree. And the fact is, the Raiders have the cap space to pay him this year.
There's a lot of teams out there that could pay him, right? I think Denver's one. I think who else is out there? Tennessee could pay for one. I don't think he'd want to go there, but money talks. So I don't know. I mean, but
I mean, you're really gonna tell me that if the Raiders go to George Pickens and say, "Hey, Klint Kubiak is going to be your head coach, Fernando Mendoza is going to be your quarterback, and we're going to give you $100 million contract," he's not going to take it.
I think he would take. I think it depends on what other offers are on the table. Because I love you, but if Denver has the same offer, he's taking Denver. Just because, not trying to be biased, just because we've proven that we can win a playoff game, right? And I think our coaching staff and our players are more proven. And nothing against the Raiders, right? Like, that's just the way it is like Denver's just more proven. But I think if the Raiders throw out the money and bring him in for a visit and be like, here's what we're doing, like, we're gonna be drafting this guy. Like, I know the draft's after free agency, but like, we have the first pick and we're taking him. Like, that's your
Mm.
quarterback. Throw the money at him. Like, you're gonna be running routes next to Bowers and Ashton. Like, I mean, you have firepower on offense all of a sudden.
Yeah,
And now
like
all of a
like
sudden,
serious weapons on
if
offense.
you spend free agency, you grab
Because
Pickens and get two offensive linemen. That is the best. I don't care what anybody says. That is probably the best situation a rookie quarterback's ever come into.
100%, and I still stand by. You give Ashton Genty a good offensive line, and he's a top 5 running back in the league.
And people aren't talking about that because everybody's like, you got to get a good line for Mendoza. It's not just for Mendoza, though.
Yeah, it's for Ashton Genty too, and everyone's so caught up in how bad his numbers were this year and how bad he was in fantasy football.
Yeah.
But then you look then you really look at the numbers and realize that all of his rushing yards came after contact.
Uh,
He's getting contacted at the line of scrimmage pretty much every single time he touches a football. And I'm not a football expert, but I know enough to know that that is not a good situation for a running back if you're getting touched at the line of scrimmage damn near every single time you touch the football.
yeah. It's not. That's not good at all. So, I mean, they have the money to fix that problem, though. And I think, like we both said, that's their number one priority has to be that.
It has to
No
be. It has
question.
to be.
I mean, obviously Pickens would be nice, but the priority is to fix the. You can go get a start receiver whenever. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't want to make it sound easy,
there's always a star receiver available.
but there's
And the
also
fact is it's not a quarterback, right? You can take any wide receiver, give him the playbook, and he's going to be good for your team.
yeah. So I mean, you can always throw a big contract out to Pickens. If he takes it, he takes it. If he doesn't, you don't lose sleep over it. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm,
Like, if he takes
not at
it,
all.
then Vegas is probably partying, right? But like,
Oh yeah. I
but
mean Vegas is always partying, bro.
Yeah, I mean there might be some
The
more.
only thing the Raiders really need to watch out for is to make sure that all of the draft picks this year don't end up going to prison.
I mean, you haven't had
No,
a.
I shit you not, dude. I can't remember if it was just Henry Ruggs' draft class. It was either the first 4 picks in that draft class or it was 4 number 1 picks in a row. I can't remember exactly what it was, but the fact is they're all in prison now.
Oh shit! And I mean, Ruggs would be your superstar right now. In my opinion, that guy would have
Yeah.
been an animal in this league right now. I feel like,
Yeah, I agree.
could you imagine if he was there with Devontae? Like, I don't even care who you throw at quarterback at that point. Like, it would be. I think Geno could have played a little bit better, but like, I mean, you definitely have to set Mendoza up for success. If not,
Yeah.
it's going to look just like Cam Ward's rookie year. Like, that's just.
Yeah, you have to. He is such a phenomenal player. We do not want to watch him go through what Justin Herbert has had to go through his entire career with the Chargers, which is him getting absolutely obliterated every single game.
And it's been that way for years.
And it has. And it's unfortunate because I'm a huge fan of Justin Herbert, and I absolutely believe that he should be a top quarterback in the league. And I think even despite how bad the Chargers offensive line is, I think he is still a top quarterback in the league. But his ceiling is so low right now because of how bad that offensive line is.
And just for an example, right? Just to show that when you spend money on the line, it turns into good things. The Chiefs are second. So, I mean, normally outside of this year, they've been good.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears are fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Again, good year. Denver seventh.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, the Chargers are ninth. I don't know who they're throwing money at, but they gave out $60 million this year, so I'm not sure why their GM still has a job. But and for some reason, the Panthers are one, right? But I mean, I guess you know, Young had his best season yet. I would say though.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Panthers had one of their best seasons in a long time since the Cam
um,
Newton era.
New York Giants are up there too. I think. I mean, I think they had a lot of other issues though, but Dart had a solid
Yeah.
rookie year. So I mean,
Yeah.
it just shows when you spend money on the line, like good things happen. So
Right.
outside of the Chargers, but you just can't throw money at any offensive lineman. You got to go get a guy that's proven. Like
Right.
I'm losing his name right now, but the Ravens center is going to be a free agent after this year,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, I think he's a top 5 center in the league right now.
Yeah.
So wherever he goes, he's going to get paid. That's
Mm-hmm.
something the Raiders should just throw all the money at him because
Right.
give him a 4 or 5 year deal,
Yep.
and that's a huge start because that's right where Ashton's going to be running, dude, through that
Yeah,
center.
and the Raiders struggled with center a lot this year because we had Jackson Powers from Oregon, and he's struggled, and he was also banged up a lot this year. And then they ended up moving him,
Yeah, because
I
Chip
believe,
Kelly's
to
not the
right tackle.
smartest guy ever.
No, I know. I don't know why you got take a guy that's played center all of his life and move him to right tackle, but
He could start next year if he's healthy and ready to go. I think you could give him a
oh yeah, yeah,
chance.
yeah.
So, well, but I mean, then again, if you sign that center, where do you put him? Do you put him at guard? Do you put him,
Right.
or you could go in and ask him, hey, like outside of center, where would you be most comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
And let him work at that all off season. And maybe it's not pretty right away. Like maybe Ashton still has a couple bad runs because of him, but at the end of the day, he'll get better. Like it's his
Yeah.
second year, right? Second or third.
Yeah. Who?
Uh, Powers.
It's Bauer's second year.
So I mean, either way, it's going to be a learning year for you guys, and
Yeah.
but you'd rather it be on, you know, trending in the right direction. But I mean,
Right.
overall, it's an exciting hire, and I'm very excited to see what they do this offseason.